I think JourneyMan starts when, as a man, you just want to get real. And when you get to this point that you know you love life, you enjoy yourself, you hang out with your mates, you have a beautiful family, beautiful job, and still there's this nagging question in the back of your head, going like, is this really it? That's for me where JourneyMan starts, and I went looking for it by traveling. So I started off working at a ranch and being a cowboy and working the muscles and all of that, just to feel what it would be like to be more of a physical, identified male in that way. And you know, I used all these different things. I used women, you know, lots of girlfriends. I used big parties. I used being a party animal, being a ringleader, big happenings, and always being the first to dive into something, to try it out, and to show that I had, you know, had the guts, had what it takes, and proving my masculinity, my male dominance in a way, in the ways that we all are familiar with. And even that felt kind of fake. It felt as if there was something knowing that that wasn't true, and yet I had to keep up the facade. I had to keep going because it was a matter of, and this sounds a bit dramatic, but a matter of life and death, because without me doing it, I wouldn't exist, because people wouldn't see me, they wouldn't see me as a man. So I had to keep going, keep going, keep going. And at the same time, it didn't feel like I was alive. It felt like I was shutting down more and more of who I truly am. For me, all of a sudden, it was clear that I wanted to find out who I am in this male body. And I think society and cultural conditioning plays a huge, huge role in how we look at ourselves as men. And we try to live up to the ideas, the concepts, the labels that society has come up with. And it can be society as a whole, it can be our direct environment, our culture, our religious background, even if you have different sexual preferences and therefore different kinds of people around you, it defines all of a sudden, and in some kind of weird way, who you are or should be. In terms of society, things like, as a man, you need to take care of the house, the car, the garbage, you know, things like that. It's just too silly when you think about it, and it does drive an automatic behavior. So even though I don't want to take the rubbish out, even if I don't feel like clearing the gutter, even if I don't feel like, you know, taking the dog out for a walk because that's what men do, I still need to do it. And it is something that's being expected by society, by, you know, a lot of, maybe even generations before me. If you recognize that there's more to life than just living your 9-to-5 existence as a partner, as a father, as a colleague, as a boss, as you as a man, and if you recognize that there's still something kind of pulling you back, kind of holding you back in life from really living life the way, you know, it could be very fulfilling, very rich. And if you feel that there is ways in which you play small sometimes, like you feel like you're hiding from a certain situation, as where maybe something wants to be spoken, wants to be shared in kind of truth, you know, like something is true and you want to say it, but you can't, something is holding you back. Or it's the opposite, like you play big, you inflate yourself and you overshout. There's all kinds of strategies, games that we're very used to, and we identify ourselves with that. It's like, this is us, this is who we really are. If you recognize that that's actually nonsense, that it's not true in itself, then JourneyMan is a real good opportunity to inquire, to really look for the truth within you, to see what is true in your life, and to take away anything that doesn't serve you anymore, anything that is kind of holding you back from who you really want to be in a totally authentic way in this male form. If you came to JourneyMan, you would have 4 days of male companionship, guys who come there to just explore what is real, what is true for them, sharing with each other as well, and it's hands-on work. It's experience-based work that we do there. And we start asking a lot of questions to see what is not true, what is actually maybe based on a lie, and what has been in the way of us engaging with life. And once those things come up and we can actually share them with each other, there's also a way in which we can process it. And what I mean by that is there's tools that we have, little mini guided processes that we use. We do that one-on-one. You work with a partner of your choice each day just to clear out the old conditioning, the old belief systems, the rules, vows that we have made, even old memories that have been stored in our bodies. And we can actually clear that out, which then allows us to be free from those old hidden little things that have held us back in life. And with JourneyMan, you learn to get emotionally more open, more authentic, which means that you can engage more with life and with the energy that comes through as well. So it also means that when you get to a situation where you feel sad, that all of a sudden, instead of hiding that, instead of shying away from that, instead of going into the pub and drinking your sorrow and your sadness away, you can then express it healthily, and all of a sudden people start responding to that. And that's been my experience as well, that you don't have to put up this mask anymore. It's like, oh, you're sad? Okay, what's going on? Tell me. Thank you very much. Okay, how can I help you? Is there any way you need? Great. No? Okay, we'll move on. Yes, you need something. What is it? Tell me. And all of a sudden you see that those strategies, once you've cleared out what these strategies have been protecting, those strategies just fall away. And it means that you can be more authentic in your life as well. You can be more open, less afraid of things, and people get you. People go like, there's something true about this man. And this is what people keep feeding back. You will see that in little films that are on YouTube. You'll see it in testimonials that are there. The people who have come to JourneyMan, the men who have at some point stopped and said, okay, now I want to see who I really am in this male form, they feel a better father, a better friend, a better colleague, a better husband. They feel like more of them is available because they don't have to kind of cover up anymore. They don't have to come up with these strategies that we call strategies of avoidance. And it just makes life simple. It makes it easy. And that kind of feeling of freedom and simplicity can then be taken out into their work environment, their private environment, sports environment, and that people recognize that there's something kind of showing up that is true, that is authentic. And there's so much to enjoy, there's so much to do in this life. So why not stop and just look at what is it that makes our heart tick and makes us happy as men? Why not just stop and experience what is true in our lives?